What was the most disturbing thing the popular kid did? There was a girl who was really popular who got her friends to bully this other girl with her. The kicker is the girl who was being bullied was a grade or two younger than the popular bullies. And the bullied girl's dad had shot and murdered her pregnant mother in the middle of town. And then went and killed himself. Barely months prior to them bullying her. It was horrific and all over the news. And the girls bullied her on Twitter. Pretty sure the girl who was bullied left the state. Fuck you, Kennedy. Edit. BC. So many people are asking. Yes, this was Colorado. But for the girl who was bullied's sake, I didn't want to include that at first. Why is it that girls that are named Kennedy are so fucking mean? Edit. I can't believe this got 6k upvotes. Lumeo. It's a stereotypical rich girl name. He locked my very drunk best friend in the bathroom with him at a house party. I wasn't there. But she said she was sobbing begging for a ride home because she was going to miss curfew and her parents were very strict. He wouldn't drive her home or let her out of the bathroom until she blew him. This almost happened to me a year later. I was sick in the bathroom of a small house party. I was on the main floor alone and everyone was downstairs. The owner of the house came in and tried to rape me while my face was in the toilet. One of the super seniors that graduated, go to local colleges and still party with high schoolers came up just in time to stop it. He took me back to his place. Put me to sleep in his bed and he slept on the floor. He lived with his parents and his mom made me coffee and breakfast in the morning. Then he took me to my favorite Italian ice stand. And drove me home. I'll never forget him and hope he's crushing life. Edit. To everyone that gave awards. Thank you. But I'll probably be regifting since I don't know what they do and have no use for them. To everyone that wished me and my friend well. Thank you. This was about 12 years ago and we're both okay. Holy shit, that is horrific. I'm glad that super senior was there to stop it. And I am glad that you are doing okay. Thank you. Yes, I am forever grateful. Damn, I hope your friend was okay. That's horrifying. But mad respect to the guy that took care of you. I'm very happy to hear that you were safe. We need more people in the world like him. Exclamation point. Pinned a girl down. With help of her mates. And forcibly shaved her eyebrows off in the middle of lunch. Teachers went ballistic. Obviously, but the poor girl got sent to school as normal by her mum the following day. Thankfully one of the girls that's great with makeup did her brows for her every day till they grew in. The final straw was stealing a fucking huge knife from food tech. It was never locked as the school was old AF. And the doors were shitty. She had a fight planned after school with the new girl. She has issues with prior to her starting. Thankfully, the police were quietly called after most of my year group told the officer ASAP. She was marched out of class. Soon after. Damn man. That girl who painted on the eyebrows every day is an angel though. Oh absolutely. Everyone tried to help her best we could. As far as we knew it was totally unprovoked. We kept her shielded of the cross path during lesson swaps and home time. Popular girl in middle school made fun of several other people, including me, for being virgins and proudly talking about the fact that she wasn't a virgin. We were 12-13. At the time it really upset me. Looking back I feel really sorry for her. Yup, I was a popular girl named Noelle. 12 years old talking about sex acts all the time. Fucking red flags. I felt weird about her then, I feel sad now. Wow, that's next level. 2 girls at my school got pregnant at 12 and even at my rough school that was considered pretty wild. Bro, he was shocked af when a girl in 7th grade got pregnant. She gave birth a few days after her 14th birthday. And right after, got pregnant again. When he was a senior. At a party. He went up to a girl who was a sophomore. Demanded she give him a blowjob. When she refused he put a cigarette out on the top of her head. He ended up going to jail for statutory rape years later and the other prisons found out and one of them killed him. Holy shit. Mega holy shit. Well, that was a crazy chain of events, goddamn. Each sentence was so much more intense than the previous. My senior year of high school, a popular kid knocked up 4 girls in one semester, on purpose. Like he convinced these teenagers that having his child is how they would get ahead in life. So thanks for that, MTV's Teen Mom, I guess. I have no idea where their lives have taken them. Unfortunately. Sounds like a dude from my high school actually. Dude was pretty ugly and very ratty. But rocked up to a bunch of parties mid-session to try his luck with the drunk girls. A couple years later, I was on the bus to TAFE college basically, and he sprinted onto it. Sat right next to me, didn't recognize me lol, and kept peering erratically through the back window. Said he was avoiding someone. I later learned he had fathered children with at least 4 different girls. Some claimed 6. One kid showed us that he could pee in a desk. His own desk. Luckily it's not the teacher desk. Oh man, I'm just now being reminded of how this one very popular, good-looking kid used to jack off in class. He would wear very baggy sweatpants and use tissue that he threw away in the classroom. Everyone knew he was doing it, and I'm sure he knew that we all knew. Come to think of it, why the heck didn't I think this was more weird when I was a kid? Question mark. I mostly just remember thinking, there goes Cohen. Throwing away his jizz rags again. Where do you live that it doesn't harm a kid's popularity to regularly jerk off in class? This is what I'm struggling to understand, how the fuck most of these people are popular. There was a kid in my class who would leave once per period and go jack off in the bathroom. He was caught multiple times and no one ever said anything. 6 times a day every day. He must have had CMS or something. I got a guy at work that pounds it out 3-4 times a day. People complained because he wasn't exactly quite about it, but HR won't touch it. Pretty much union back tug breaks at this point. Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I jack off on company time. Rubbed a peanut butter sandwich in the face of a girl that was allergic. Oh, and threw a pen at someone's face and they ended up in the eye infirmary. Goddamn. Science teacher at my school used to keep fish in her classroom. A girl in my year thought it would be hilarious to poison them by tipping acid into the tank, thus killing all the fish. Kids are horrible. Why would anyone want to be a teacher is beyond me. Didn't happen till we were adults. But 2 of my high school bullies ended up committing murder. One of them shot his wife and will die in prison. The other shot his ex's new boyfriend and then killed himself. After those crimes happened, I started to understand, maybe there wasn't something horribly wrong with me. These guys were just deeply disturbed and enjoyed causing other people pain. My grade school bully, formerly best friend, is on trial for murdering his brother-in-law. Probably attempted to murder his sister and mother the same night. They were injured. A new guy transferred into my high school sophomore year. Soon became the most popular kid because he was outgoing and a comedian. Made everyone laugh. The next spring he was out for a few days. Then the next time he rode the bus there were slash marks on both his wrists. Never hurt anybody except himself. Poor guy. Sometimes it's the people who are the most outgoing and friendly that are the ones who are afraid and crying for help. It can be for many reasons, but one of them is that they don't want people to feel bad for them, worry about them. There was a guy I went to high school with who wasn't the most popular but was in that crowd. He got arrested for fucking a dog. Which was weird because he had a GF at the time. The reason I mention her is because then she became the girl whose boyfriend had fucked a dog. To anyone asking where this was, I probably won't disclose. I will say it was in the southern half of the US. Though. Edit 2. I don't think it would be normal or less weird if he didn't have a GF at the time. I just felt like it was an interesting enough addition because afterwards kids brutally made fun of that girl and she ended up transferring out to stop being the girl whose boyfriend fucked a dog. I know a girl who willingly dated the guy who fucked a dog in her high school. Like she literally knew and she dated him anyway. So fucking horrifying. He was a star swimmer at our school. And he and his friend peed on an unpopular kid from their year on a field trip. Lots of people from my class defended him. saying but we can't let him have his entire career ruined for something like this. Not wanting him to be kicked out of school. Thankfully though, he was kicked out of the school. Star athletes get away with so much shit they shouldn't, and they are almost always fully aware of it too. Can confirm, being an office aide, I have overheard teachers telling girls not to come out and say a dude raped them. All the girls were talking about the same dude. Didn't feel bad when he got shot in the leg. Came up behind me in the locker room and rubbed his erection against me to make fun of the rumors about me being gay, which were true, but that doesn't justify it obviously, lol. Like, why do something that makes you seem gay if you're trying to humiliate someone else for being that way? I bet money he was hiding some confused feelings about his own sexuality. I've considered this myself. Last I heard, he was married to a girl and they had a kid on the way, but that doesn't mean he wasn't questioning his sexuality. No hard feelings towards him. It just blew my mind as a teenager. No hard feelings towards him. Well, he sure had hard feelings toward you. You're welcome for the perfect setup for that one. One of the popular kids in my 5th grade class crushed a poor turtle to death at recess. 10 years later, he was arrested for shooting and killing someone during a home invasion. Their true colors show off young. Had a child in 10th grade. Enjoyed the attention for a few months. And then she decided she still wanted to party. So she abandoned the child to be raised by her dad and her boyfriend. Then moved to Tennessee with her mom and never looked back at her old life. As horrible as this situation is, the raised by her dad and her boyfriend part sounds like a setup for a 2000s sitcom with a great balance between its sophomoric jokes and big, plucky heart. We had a classmate who had been physically abused and locked in a closet as a child. The popular girl locked her in the bathroom in 8th grade knowing it would make her have a panic attack. That's fucked up at a whole new level. Picked a fight with a kid with Down syndrome. Then the quiet, giant kid who was super nice smashed a lunch tray over the popular dude head and beat the absolute fuck out of him. Big Softy had a 5-year-old sister with Downs and their mom had just left the family because she couldn't deal with having a non-perfect child. Nobody said anything except for the wrestling coach who was furious his state qualifier had a broken nose, ribs, and a concussion. Well, he has a replacement anyway, right? Sounds like new replacement has ass-kicking skills. Showed a special needs kid child porn, yeah. What the fuck? Noah, get the boat. She took a video of an autistic girl changing in the locker room and proceeded to upload it to Snapchat and body shame the girl. Went on vacation after the court case. Eat my ass, Megan. That poor girl, I hope the victim is doing okay. Got beaten up. Dragged down the street until my trousers ripped off and my birthday presents stolen by a couple of bullies on lunch break. After going back to school to report the incident and get some clothes, I was in a toilet cubicle and heard the bullies come in and remove their earrings and start pushing them into their faces to make themselves bleed so they could blame me for starting a fight. Luckily I wasn't the only person that overheard and they got suspended. I also got suspended for leaving premises without a lunch pass. I bet they probably consider that as absolutely necessary. The school system is mentally ill. Anyway, I hope you're doing better. Got his cousin pregnant. Ayo. There were a group of 7 popular kids. They all slept with each other behind each other's backs in middle school. That happened in my high school grade 9 mostly, and I'm always so confused why they do that. I'd never even date my friend's ex-boyfriend. They were all cheating on each other, but also they all knew. Freshman year in high school, the jocks pooped in their hands and smeared it all over bathroom walls of the place we were staying on a school trip, as well as a lot of other weird shit. Why the fuck do people do this shit? Why can't they just be normal? There was this one kid who everyone thought was so cool. I remember people saying he has more than 2,000 friends on Facebook as if it was an accomplishment. Dude literally just clicked send friend request more than 2,000 times, and I guess it made people think he was a god. Girls would swoon over him. And he had enough confidence to sell concert tickets to a deaf person. Anyway, turns out he was raping his little sister almost the entire time during high school. She endured it from age 4 to 9. He was sent to juvenile detention. His Facebook account was deleted after that. Which I bet must have been the most devastating punishment this superficial cunt could have ever imagined. I laughed at the concert ticket part, then I read the next sentence : Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Reddit videos.